Hey beautiful healers, welcome back to my channel, The Healer V. I'm V the Healer, owner and operator of VtheHealer Products LLC. Today I actually want to talk to you a little bit more about Reiki, and we're going to dive into the different chakras, and I also am going to show you how I do a self-Reiki meditation. So hang in, this might be a lengthy video, but we'll get through it and I'll try to describe everything to the best of my capabilities. So to talk a little bit more about Reiki, hi Cookie, go get in your bed, Cookie. The last video I did to describe Reiki, I kind of just told you, my own words, not really specifically what the textbook says. As far as what Reiki is, a little bit about me and Reiki. Yeah, so I went about it in kind of a off-book approach. To kind of describe what it is. So to reiterate, Reiki is energy work. It's literally moving the energy within your body. Whenever we feel blockages as practitioners, we find a way to remove that blockage. And some of us use different tools. By tools, I mean, for example, I'm using Palo Santos right now to clear my aura. So I use Palo Santos, I use sage. Sometimes I use cedar, not really drawn to cedar as much, but it's usually whatever the practitioner is drawn to use the most as far as a tool, and also kind of based off of their lineage, to be honest. So a lot of practitioners will use crystals also. So in that clip you will see that I'm using about 7 crystals for each chakra. I actually have one on me right now. I have copper sitting between my feet. That's for grounding. And yeah. So with that being said, this energy work is literally just to clear blockages. And with clearing blockages, it can clear certain things within you that you feel, that you think, that can be negative. And that can be anywhere from a metaphysical standpoint to a physical standpoint. So Reiki isn't just some fictitious thing to where, you just lay on a table and somebody moves their hands and does some weird magic looking thing that you see off of TV and you're just like, okay, here it is. No, you will feel something from Reiki. Every person I've ever done Reiki on has always felt something from Reiki. May have not felt it in every single session, just because some of those sessions were meant to literally just clear their mind, but they felt the difference. So some of the things that you may feel during a Reiki session is going to be, I'll just give you examples for now, and I can dive a little deeper later, but some examples might be that you might feel that you need to clear your throat a couple times, like something might be stuck in your throat during the session. You might feel like a pinch in your heart when they play with your energy in your heart chakra. I've had customers even say that they felt almost like a heart palpitation during the session, or like their heart skipped a beat during the session. That's normal. Depending on what crystals and what the intention is set for the session, you can literally feel your mind go from 100 to 0 as far as your thoughts being spiraling, just thought after thought after thought, and then just nothing. And the intention for Reiki can be set for all kinds of things. For example, I will give you a piece of my story to tell you that I started my business and moved to Georgia. So with that being said, I've been using Reiki a lot with transitions, and crystals a lot with transitions and clarity and peace, and making it an easier flow. So it can be used for any type of transition, as far as love, career, anything in between. It can be used for relationships. It can be used for breakups. It can be used for deeper stuff as far as traumas. It can be used for a lot. So to go ahead and dive into the different chakras. Hi, baby. A lot of the energy work is going to be manipulating the energy within your chakras. Now, you have several different chakras within your body. And what chakras are is defined as like a pinwheel of energy. And you have different energy loops within your body that operate different things, essentially. But to kind of simplify it, in the Western world, they specifically say the 7 different chakras, right? So I'm going to go through that and tell you what each chakra is going to be a representation of. Now, some of this, I did say that Reiki can help with the physical. I'm not saying I'm a doctor. I'm not saying I'm a physical therapist or anything in between. But Reiki has been proven to help people with physical issues. Anywhere from someone's knees hurting to a little bit of back pain to like pain within your stomach to headaches. There's all kind of physical things that Reiki can help with us just unblocking your energy. Blocked energy can actually cause problems. It can, especially if it sits there a little too long, it will cause problems, which will cause discomfort, which will cause essentially dis-ease. Okay? So Reiki helps clear that out before the problem becomes too big, and it can also help clear some of that out when the problem is too big. Anyway, again, I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you a lot of this has been proven and backed by science. A lot of this has been attested to by multiple people who have done Reiki, as far as learning it and practicing it, and as far as people who have taken sessions and done sessions. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the different chakras. And I took notes, so I'm going to go ahead and read off of that so I don't mess this up. So as far as, I'm going to show you and then basically define them, okay? So your crown chakra is going to be at the top of your head, literally where your crown would sit. That would be your higher consciousness, unity, divine connection, knowledge, and when it's blocked, and this is part of what we do as far as unblocking it to get rid of these negative things I'm about to list. When it's blocked, you can manifest criticism, disregarding what is sacred, closed-mindedness, and disconnect from spirit. Now, that can mean all kinds of things for all kinds of people, so I'm just going to read these definitions and go on through it, okay? Hang on. Alright, so you have the crown, you have the third eye. Your third eye is going to be intuition, foresight, driven by openness and imagination and even psychic abilities. And when it's blocked, you'll have lack of direction or you'll feel lack of clarity. So your third eye is what a lot of us see in memes and social media and even talked about in videos, where it has a lot to do with essentially your kundalini rising, essentially being able to wake up. And what I mean by wake up is just being aware. I mean, you got the whole hashtag woke going around, you got the hashtag awareness and the hashtags of all kinds of things, but at the end of the day, it's literally just being aware and taking accountability. Your third eye being open will help with all of that. It will give you the clarity that you need within yourself. It'll give you the clarity within situations and with different people. Literally seeing people for who they are instead of, sometimes we create this image or essentially this fairy tale of what somebody really is instead of seeing them for what they are. when your third eye is unblocked, you start seeing people for who they really are. And essentially that will help. All of your chakras are linked. So when one is blocked, it can affect the other. If your third eye chakra is blocked and you're not seeing people clearly, you can end up breaking your own heart. We've all done it. We've all gone through that. So I'm gonna leave that at that. So to move on, your throat chakra, literally on your throat. It is the ability to speak, self-expression, communicating clearly and effectively. So when it's blocked, you can feel shyness, withdrawn, arrogance even, and increased anxiety. Alright, then you have your heart chakra. That, of course, is going to be love, self-love, governs relationships, self-compassion, balance. When it is blocked, you can manifest depression, difficulty in relationships, lack of self-discipline. So the heart chakra is what I've been playing with the most here lately, just because I want to lead my business with my heart open, and I want to engage in relationships with people with my heart open and my intention of love. I want to vibrate out of the highest vibration of love. So in the video you might see me play with my heart chakra a little bit longer. Okay, so your solar plexus, that's literally like right around your sternum in here. That's going to be self-esteem, pleasure, freedom to be yourself, willpower, and personal responsibility. So when it's blocked, you can manifest low self-esteem, control issues, manipulative tendencies, and misuse of power. Then you have your sacral, right below your belly button. That's going to be creative and sexual energies and emotion. So when it's blocked, you can manifest lack of repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, withheld intimacy, and emotional isolation. And then you have your root. So your root is literally where you sit, and then on down to like your ankles. But where you sit is your root. Foundation in which we build our lives, safety, security, stability, instinct, survival. And when it's blocked, you'll feel scattered energies, anxiety, and fear. When your root is, they say, not grounded, when they use the term not grounded, it means that you are not at center. You are not, you're basically feeling all over the place. You're feeling unclear about everything. You might feel a lot of anxiety, and you might, and fear is associated with that, but it can also, attach itself to other emotions as far as anger and just feeling unstable is what it means when they say that you're not grounded, or that you need to get grounded. I'm going to do a separate video about grounding, because there's different techniques that I use. Playing with different people's energy as far as being a Reiki practitioner can make me feel, personally, I'm not speaking for any other practitioner, it can make me feel ungrounded, because messing with their energies, there is always an energy transfer, even when you just say hello to somebody, even when you stare in their direction with the gaze going back and forth, right? So when you start specifically trying to play with people's energy and unblock their energies and even amplify better energies, then there's going to be some form of a transfer. I usually feel the negative energies being pulled out of them, and I take them on, and so it makes me feel ungrounded, and I can even play that out into my personal life sometimes. So I have different ways that I actually handle that, in different ways to get rid of that. So I will discuss that in a whole nother video. I'll literally just talk about grounding. But it is very important that your root chakra is clear, because it can affect, again, all your other chakras can affect all your other chakras. All your other blockages can block other and create other blockages. But when your root is blocked, you do not feel safe. You do not feel secure. And that is actually a huge thing when it comes to us living in the society. Whether we realize it or not, we're all about security. If we weren't about security, we wouldn't have homes. we wouldn't have these brick or stick buildings that essentially guard us from other things while we feel at our most vulnerable. Okay? If it resonates, it resonates. So the different crystals, I will get into that. The different crystals that I like to use, or that I'm using today, because I switch up my crystals every time I do every time I do a session on myself. I use different crystals. So this time I used copper. It's a copper square that I used for my root. Carnelian for my sacral. I use amethyst for my solar plexus. Rose quartz. It's kind of clear, but it's light pink. Rose quartz for my heart chakra. Tiger's eye for my throat chakra. Clear quartz for my third eye. And I cannot remember the name of this one for my crown chakra. I just got it. I know it actually helps with the first, third, and grounding energies. And it's supposed to help with basically manifesting your dreams. So that's what I wanted. I'm gonna hold on to this a little longer, but yeah. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you like this video. Like, subscribe, share it, comment below. I'd love to hear a little bit of feedback. I'm just starting out with the YouTube videos, so especially if you have feedback on that. Also, you will see my social medias listed below. Don't be afraid to check me out. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Y'all have a good day. Don't you know that I'm one of a kind? Or going in my feelings. I wanna take you inside of my mind. I know that you'll soon be hypnotized. I'm levitating. I don't need you here contemplating. I'ma love me first before I love you. I don't need that call back. Eat your greens,
and chill back. Watch your tea and warm beds. All I need are my snacks, lighting on my incense, and I water my plants. Trying to let it out, my thoughts flow by like good clouds. I know I'll be alright. Gotta give myself time to let my body be. I'm not in a rush to heal. Sipping on my smoothie, I love my inner beauty. Eat your greens and relax. Face mask on and chill back. Watch your tea and warm beds. All I need are my snacks, lighting on my incense, and the water on my plants. I know life gets rough sometimes. Breathe in and close your eyes. Relax your body, stretch your spine. Look into the mirror, smile and say, I love myself, I accept myself, I love myself like no one else. I love myself, I accept myself, I love myself like nobody else, nobody else. Eat your greens and relax. Face mask on and chill back. Watch your tea and warm beds. All I need are my snacks, lighting on my incense, and the water on my plants.
I love myself so much because after it all, I could have gave up, packed my stuff, but I kept trust. And when the darkness finally passed, there I was. I was love. I was light. First time I could really breathe. I was alive. I am alive. That's why I put greens in my smoothies and meditate for my mind. That's why I call my mama and make sure she's alright. I love me. I love life.